Welcome back to Mahabharata, Echoes of Eternity. In today's episode, we explore one of the most pivotal moments in the Mahabharata, the gathering of allies. As the great war of Kurukshetra looms, both the Pandavas and the Kauravas realize that their battle will not be won by might alone. They need allies, warriors, kings, and powerful figures who can tip the scales in their favor. This is a moment when diplomacy, loyalty, and ambition intertwine, shaping the outcome of the war before a single arrow is even released. After the disrobing of Draupadi and the game of dice, which had led to the Pandavas' exile, they return to the world with a deep sense of urgency. The first task upon their return is to secure allies who will stand with them in the upcoming war. Yudhishthira, the eldest Pandava, knows that they cannot face the Kauravas alone. The Kauravas, under Duryodhana's command, have already begun gathering their forces, and the Pandavas must act quickly. The first ally they seek is King Drupada, the father of Draupadi and an old friend of Drona. He is a king with vast resources and a well-trained army. King Drupada, understanding the righteousness of the Pandavas' cause, agrees to support them, offering his forces for the battle. Yudhishthira also seeks out Kritavarma and Satyaki, who have both been staunch supporters of the Pandavas in the past. With their loyalty and strength, they too pledge to fight alongside the sons of Pandu. However, the most significant alliance is with Lord Krishna, who plays a crucial role in the Pandavas' victory. Krishna, though a relative of both sides, declares his support for the Pandavas, offering them his divine counsel and promising his assistance, even though he will not fight directly in the war. On the other side, Duryodhana, driven by ambition and hatred for the Pandavas, sets out to gather his own allies. The Kauravas, who already have the resources of Hastinapur and the vast Kaurava army, begin to seek the support of various kings and warriors. The first major ally Duryodhana secures is Bhishma. Though Bhishma, out of his unwavering sense of duty, does not support Duryodhana's actions or ambitions, he has pledged his loyalty to the throne of Hastinapur. Reluctantly, Bhishma agrees to fight on the Kaurava side. His role is crucial, for he is one of the greatest warriors the world has ever known. Next, Duryodhana seeks out Karna, who has always been a fierce supporter and friend. Despite Karna's connection to the Pandavas, his loyalty to Duryodhana has never wavered, and he promises to fight with him in the upcoming war. Karna's strength and reputation as a warrior make him a formidable ally for Duryodhana. Duryodhana also secures the alliance of Drona, the teacher of both the Pandavas and the Kauravas. Drona's loyalty to the Kauravas is rooted in his obligation to his role as the royal teacher, but it is also deeply personal. He had always supported Duryodhana's rise, and now, as a general, he is determined to fight for the Kauravas. Other notable warriors who side with the Kauravas include Shakuni, the cunning uncle of Duryodhana, who has long been the mastermind behind many of the Kauravas' plots, and Jayadratha, the king of Sindhu, whose forces are added to the Kauravas' army. As both sides gather their forces, the atmosphere becomes charged with tension. Each side feels confident in their strength, yet there is also an underlying awareness that this war will not be fought on just the battlefield. The alliances being forged now will shape the outcome of the war. While the Pandavas have Krishna's divine guidance and a group of loyal friends and warriors, the Kauravas rely on their numbers, their military strength, and the wisdom of Bhishma and Drona. The Pandavas' alliance with Drupada, Satyaki, and Kritwan strengthens their resolve, while the Kauravas, with Bhishma, Drona, Karna, and others, show that the Kaurava side is not to be underestimated. The gathering of these great warriors marks a turning point. The stakes have been set. The alliances are in place, and the lines between good and evil, dharma and adharma, are drawn even more clearly. Both sides now prepare for the ultimate battle, the war of Kurukshetra. Though Krishna is technically not a participant in the battle, his involvement with the Pandavas is invaluable. As the supreme strategist and divine advisor, Krishna's counsel plays a key role in securing their alliances. His presence is felt even when he is not on the battlefield, and his wisdom will be their guiding light. Krishna's decision not to take up arms in the war but instead act as a charioteer for Arjuna is a pivotal one. His teachings to Arjuna, particularly in the Bhagavad Gita, provide the moral and spiritual backbone for the Pandavas. With Krishna by their side, the Pandavas feel confident, knowing that they have divine intervention on their side. As both sides finalize their alliances, the mood in Hastinapur shifts. The grand war of Kurukshetra is now inevitable. The allies on both sides know the weight of the decisions they have made. They are not simply fighting for land or wealth but for honor, justice, and the future of the Kuru dynasty. With the battle lines drawn and the armies assembled, both sides prepare for the final confrontation. In the coming days, the ground will be set for one of the most monumental wars in history, a war that will determine the fate of the Kuru kingdom and the world. As we conclude this episode, we see the foundation of the Great War taking shape. The gathering of allies may seem like a series of political maneuvers, but in the Mahabharata, every decision, every alliance, and every betrayal carries weight beyond measure. The stakes have been set, and the stage is now set for the Battle of Kurukshetra. Join us in the next episode as we explore the first day of the battle, the clash that will change the course of history. Thank you for listening to Mahabharata, Echoes of Eternity.